Kristin with the Rogers Public Library, and this week for Catch 'em All at the library, we will be focusing on Banette. So in your craft packet, you will have a craft tube painted and with 2 little holes in it, a piece of string, 3 pieces of ribbon, 2 little small white circles, and then some pieces for us to cut out. So the first thing we're going to do is cut out the pieces on these pieces of paper, and then I will show you what to do with this and how to put it all together to make Banette. So once all these pieces are cut out, the first thing we're going to do is take our craft tube and our string and find the 2 little holes. I'm going to thread our string through both holes, so in one side and out the other, and then we'll take the 2 open ends and tie them into a knot so that when we are done, we can hang our Banette up and make her fly, or you could hang her outside so she can fly in the wind, whatever you want, but that's our first step. Now, I'm going to go ahead and take this gold rectangle that does not have anything drawn on it, and we're going to roll it up a little bit at an angle. So instead of making it roll up so that the edges are aligned, I want to turn one corner in a little bit above the edge and then roll it up, and we want the bottom edge here to be smaller than the top. So we're just going to kind of roll it up like that. And then you can use glue or tape. I'm going to use tape for this part. And we're going to seal up that edge so that it stays put together and will stay rolled up. And then if you're using tape and you have extra, you can cut it off. You can use glue, but you'll probably have to hold it in place for a little while if you use the glue. So then, once it's all rolled up kind of into a little cone, smaller on the bottom, bigger on the top, then we're going to go around and we're going to cut the top so that we make these little points like we're making a crown. We'll go up and back down and up and down, and we'll do that going around until we get to the edge. And then, since I tore mine a little on accident, I will just tape that back up. And there we go. Alright, so this is going to be Banette's little tail. So we can take whichever side of our tube we want to be the front or the back, and we can attach the little tail to the back. So you can do this with glue or tape also. This I'm also going to use tape for. Again, with glue, you're going to have to hold it in place for a little while. With the tape, should be able to just go ahead and stick it on. So I'm going to kind of cut my tape in half so as it's rounding here, it can turn out. And then the same on the other side. So I kind of made a little flower with my tape edges here. So the pieces are folding out, and then I can stick it on and push that tape down. So that it sticks on there. And then just for good measure, I'm going to add a little more tape. That's just all the way on the tube. So I'm kind of reinforcing that tape that is already on, attached to both the tube and the little tail piece. And that just helps keep it more sturdy. And there we go. All right, so now on to her face. So now I'm going to start using my glue stick. I'm just going to put some glue on the back of the mouth. And then we're going to put it on towards the bottom of the face where the little zipper pull is sticking off the edge just a little bit. And then just press it down. So this will stick off the edge of her mouth or her face, but the rest is on. Then for her eyes, we'll glue on the pink. And these are gonna go just at the outside edges of the mouth and up a little bit. So just about lining up with the side of the mouth there, and a little bit of space in between. Same on the other side. Just about lining up with the edge of the mouth. And then we're going to add the white circles into about the center of the pink base eyes. And then to finish up the face, I'm going to grab a marker, a black marker, and we're just going to outline the tip of her eyes and then just go a little bit past the edge of the pink on your outline. And we're just going to do the top of the eyes. Then we'll draw her pupil, which extends over both the pink and the white. And make a little long oval. Now I'm going to add her face and body to our craft tube. So I'm going to line up the body so that it is on the opposite side of the tail. And this place right between her legs, I'm going to line that up with the bottom of the tube. So then I can take her body, and I'm just going to do a fat line of glue up the very center from between the legs to the neck, and then line it up on the tube and just press it down. So there's the body. And now for the head, it's going to go on so that it connects, just barely connects to the neck. So you can kind of hold it up and see how far the tube is going to go onto your head. And then we can just add some glue to that back section, just in the middle of the head, up to whatever point it's going to touch on your tube. And then just stick the head on the tube. You may have to hold it in place for a little bit there to get the glue to dry enough that it's going to stick. That is the front so far. Now I'm going to set her down so that can dry a little bit while we work on the head tuft of hair looking part and the arms. So for our longer ribbon, we have 3 pieces of ribbon. 2 are shorter, 1 is longer. These 2 will be the arms. We'll come back to that in just a moment. Right now we're going to do the head. So this is going to stay long, but we're going to come down to the bottom left corner and start cutting kind of in a zigzag line. Just a bit. Just go back and forth a couple of times. And then we'll come back to the other side, and we want it to kind of almost look like a lightning bolt. So we'll follow the same pattern, but leaving space in between. And then once we have this little zigzag, then we're going to take our glue again and put some right up at the very top of the ribbon. And then we are going to press this down and attach it with the zigzag pointing down right at the top of our Banette's head on the back. So right below the top center point. And you can see my head came off, and that's all right. I'll just glue it back on. Did not want to stick, I guess. There we go. All right, so now she's got her little hair piece here. Now, set her back down, and we're going to do the arms. Now, Banette's arms are long and wavy, and she just has 3 points for her hands to be like little claws. So we're just gonna cut out basically 2 triangles from the bottom of each hand ribbon. And that will make our little 3-pointed hand. So we'll do that for both of them. And then I'm going to add glue again to this top section, and then I'm going to add just a tiny bit across the top at the back, but most of it will be on the front. And then we're going to tuck the arm into the crevice between the body and the tube, and then just press that on there to get it nice and secure. And then we'll attach the other one the same way on the other side. Slip it into that crevice between body and tube. Press it down real good. And then we have our finished Banette with her floppy arms. And that is our craft for this week. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you next week to make another spooky Pokemon. Bye.